Hey folks, Joel with the Rising Phoenix Outdoors YouTube channel, and I'm here to give you an update that whole 30-day work knife challenge. I don't know why I did that so long, but oh man. So anyway, I'm gonna call this the trifecta because we're gonna touch on three things here. I know with my channel here I've been talking a lot about knives. Well, and the reason being is they're mostly acceptable in society anywhere you go, almost, right? With some exceptions, okay? People normally don't look at a knife and freak out, okay? I believe people should be carrying more knives because it allows you to do so much without having to look for that specialty tool, scissors, box cutter, whatever. It's right there on your hip. Most of the time you don't even know it's there, right? But so I've been doing this 30-day work knife challenge, and this was the one that I had been carrying the last 30 days. And the last update, yes, this is the SOG Survivors Edge, and this thing is actually quite pretty cool. I say quite pretty cool because it is. It's lightweight. I'm right-handed, and the sheath allows me to carry it right-handed. It's easy to get in and out. I had to replace the paracord that came on it, but other than that, this thing has been an absolute stunner. An absolute stunner of a knife. Yep, I do like it, and I will work this into a everyday carry rotation when need be. Nah, fantastic little knife and relatively inexpensive. I think you can get them Tractor Supply when they do have them under $20 in a clamshell pack. Yeah, fantastic knife, fantastic. But while I was closing out that 30 days with the SOG Survivors Edge, obviously had to start a new one. And here's one that most of you, I know I haven't heard of these people before, and you may not have, but there it is, Tactica. If you do a Google search, it'll come up tactical knives. Oh, we're showing you results for tactical knives. No, find the Tactical website. It's there, and you can get this. This right here is their K112 flipper. 2.8-inch D2 steel drop point blade, G10 handles. It's a liner lock, got the pocket clip, which I like, and of course a lanyard hole, which I don't think this needs. And so far it's been holding up like a champ. It really has, holding up like a champ. I've had to sharpen it a couple of times, especially after I was hitting concrete. Yeah, oops. Still holding up. And of course the finish, just like the SOG, the Survivor's Edge, it likes to keep that tape, that glue from the tape on there. But once again, I'll find something to clean it with. Elbow grease. Elbow grease always works. Okay, so the trifecta, and that's it, folks. I literally can't say more about these knives, and I know it's only 3 minutes in, and hey, you know what, we're talking knives. Of course, I'm always talking knives. It's almost like a weird obsession, kind of like how drumming was when I first started doing that. Man, I couldn't stop thinking about anything else. Except now I'm 51 years old and I'm thinking about knives. I'm doing a 30-day knife challenge for no reason whatsoever, except just to put out a YouTube video that people may like or dislike or not even see. And that's okay. I can have fun doing it. So, I'm going to say anyway. Anyway, moving on. So for the third part of the trifecta is, I live out in a rural area. And having the correct tools on you at any given point in time is a big thing. It really is. You know, not because, oh, we're so isolated out here, or I'm so isolated out here, or anybody's so isolated out here that we can't get help or fend for ourselves. No, there's just certain things, especially with all the ranchers out here, that I could bet you dollars to donuts that anybody driving a truck, any cowboy, any person living in a rural area is carrying a knife on their person. Okay, maybe even a firearm. Okay, and they've got tools or knives in their vehicle. Okay, yeah. And why is that? Well, you know, you get mesquite, number one. I mean, I'll show. This is going to be goofy, and y'all going to think like I'm nuts, but I carry 3 different knives in my truck. Okay, just in case. And I don't have them pulled out because I really wasn't planning on doing this until I said trifecta. Yeah, so there's Joel thinking ahead. Right, but I'll tell you, let's I'm just going to say what they are. I'm just going to say what they are. I'm going to show you. Okay, we got a SOG. I can't remember what this one is. It's the I think it's their 18-inch or some machete. It's got the Razorback, and or not the Razorback. Oh my goodness! But speaking of Razorbacks, can't wait for football to start. Then there is this. Now this I might be able to pull out one-handed. Okay. Without cutting myself. Okay, hey, there we go. Yep. All right. GI Tanto. Yep. Cold steel GI Tanto. Yes, it's in the truck. Okay. It's in the truck and it looks dangerous, but it is not. I have plans for that one. And here's another Tractor Supply find. I should be able to pull this out one-handed as well. I hope. There we go. Okay. It's another SOG, actually. Come on now. Don't make me... Aha! There we go. Okay. Yes, another SOG knife. So this is their, I guess, SOG HQ Pinnacle Bowie. Okay. Yep. Polymer handle. Yeah. Inexpensive. What have you. Okay. So why, Joel? Why carry 3 knives, in your truck? Why carry so, well, why? Because each one has special purpose. Okay. This one is an excellent slicer. Okay. The SOG Pinnacle Bowie. Okay. The other one, the cold steel GI Tanto. Once again, I don't think a good carver, batoner. Yeah. I mean, just solid in the hand, and a good, like a wood chopper. It's got enough heft to it that you could chop at it, right? Now I know this is the other one. I don't want to put my camera, phone down, but let's see if I can't get this thing out and get a name for it. I mean, and both of the SOGs are relatively inexpensive, and I can tell you this: if you put them, there's YouTubers out there that love to destroy knives. Hey, if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it, right? I like to use my knives more utilitarian, use them as they were designed to. So there's no reason for me to shoot at anything, stab metal, bricks. I don't need to. I understand why they're doing it. They want to see the point of failure. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, but are you ever going to take a baseball bat to that? No. Okay. Are you going to have to stab through, the top side of a truck here? No. Okay, then why destroy it? For views, yes, I get it, to find out where it fails, but I don't do that. I find it entertaining. I do. I really do. I find it entertaining. And of course, it does form opinions on certain brands, makers, what have you. But anyway, that's going off on a tangent. I won't do that to my knives. I like to utilize them for what they have and what they can offer. But the third one here, because I was able to one-handedly get it out of its sheath, is the SOG Sogfari. Now, these are not expensive, folks. I mean, they are Chinese, or really cheap, and quite honestly, I mean, Tractor Supply. But they do work. Sawback blade on this one for vines, machete style to definitely chop through some mesquite. I have had to use this, and I'm glad it was in my truck. So they're there, but it's, I don't know. I really don't know how to say this. It's kind of, I mean, some people would say it's overkill. Honestly, I would say no, man. No, dude. Sorry, person, whatever, what have you. It's being prepared. It's utilizing the right tool for the correct job. That's what it is. It's not overkill. I mean, better to have it and not need it. 2 is 1, 1 is none, right? And that's my whole thought process. And of course, when it comes to bushcrafting or survival, camping, my mind shifts to a different direction anyway. So, do I have a lot of knives? No, actually I don't. Do I utilize a lot of knives? Yes. Is it overkill at times? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, and people probably, oh, look at this nerd. He's a knife nerd. No, I'm not a knife nerd. I just, useful tool. Very, very useful tool. No, I'm not a useful tool. I know what you people are thinking. Wow. So, no, every knife has a purpose. Every knife that I own has a purpose. And of course, I always think of stuff too, like the Buck 119, 6-inch blade on that thing. I'm like, that would be a great camp knife, and it would probably be a good survival knife. And then, of course, you go back, I think of YouTube videos where they've just absolutely destroyed them. And then I have to remember, you're not really going to do that as a bushcraft knife or a survival knife. And the same thing with the K-Bar USMC. I think if you were going out on a day hike and, you're packing your water, you're packing, food, etc. Hey, toss in a couple of space blankets, toss in a little bit of paracord, and toss in a K-Bar, because you have a little bit more of a robust knife than what you're used to. And just in case something happens and you are put in a survival situation, there you go. And I know there's going to be people out there going, Dutch bushcraft knives, hit that with a baseball bat and a mallet and bent it and shattered it. And yeah, and are you going to do that in a survival situation? No. Can a K-Bar USMC and a lot of other knives stand up to the rigors of a survival situation and bushcraft? Yes. So I do see a lot of the stuff that these guys are testing as unrealistic. Okay, but it also kind of puts out a bad, it puts out a bad image for something that is so iconic, has saved countless lives. And of course, I'm talking about the K-Bar USMC. And if thousands of Marines, service members actually, have used that knife to dig holes, cut open C-rats, K-rats, what have you, ammo crates, cutting anything, and it holds up pretty well. I even asked my dad, and I'm like, because he, two-tour Vietnam vet, Marine Corps, 1st Battalion, 26 Marines, 68 to 70. I even asked my dad, and I'm like, Dad, what would you change about the K-Bar if you could? And he just flat out said, he goes, it had no shortcomings. It did everything I asked it to do. But I bet if you asked it, did you ever stick it through a car hood? Did you ever hit it with a baseball bat? He'd say no. And of course, use the knife for what it's for. Okay, I'm going on 13 minutes here. I know I'm rambling. But there you have it. The SOG Survivors Edge, the Tactica K112 flipper. Some of my truck knives, which of course, yeah, get used. Absolutely. Hey, you know what, folks? You can do you. Don't, I'm no expert in this area. I can just tell you what I like and what I don't like, and of course what works and doesn't work. And I'm not going to blow smoke and say I like something when I really don't. And if there's a small problem, I'll point it out. Is it a deal breaker most of the time? No. But there you have it. 3 knives in my truck. Another 30-day knife challenge, and of course carrying the Tactica. I don't know what I'm going to carry after the Tactica, but I'll figure it out by hopefully next Sunday when I can publish something else. So anyway, folks, good to have you. Thanks for watching. Click like, click subscribe, hit the bell for notifications when you want to hear this Dan Aykroyd voice and then see this goofy face again in my office. Take care, everybody. Don't take any wooden nickels. Bye.